It is fall season, it is toasty season, and I actually got myself some new K-Beauty products that are gonna help me get like a nice toasty fall look. And I also have maybe a couple of Japanese makeup items as well. Primer that I love using a lot is Dasique's Water Veil Primer. I've used it in like a lot of my videos as of recent. It's just a really nice dupe, I believe, for what is it? The Hydro Grip primer from Milk Cosmetics. That primer that pretty much everybody wears, that I really like. Elf also has like their version as well. But I feel like this water primer is really great, and it becomes a little bit tacky, but it also gives you good hydration for the face, and it does help with making the makeup stick. I'm gonna set my eyebrows really quick. I'm gonna get some of my favorite eyebrow glue from NYX. So I'm mostly gonna be using K-Beauty products in this video, but you know, there are some staples that I still like to use that aren't necessarily K-Beauty. I use whatever I want, basically wherever the wind blows, wherever the spirit moves me. I like to just use whatever, and I've been really liking this glue as of late. It's super affordable. I'm gonna go fill in my eyebrows a little bit. I feel like I'm just gonna use a pen, just kind of do some light feathery strokes. And then fill in here and there. So I'm actually going to go in with my first new product. This is from the brand Laka, and it's their Natural Colorized Fixing Eyebrow Gel. So I got Chestnut, which is supposed to be a natural brown. And I've already filled in most of my eyebrows with my brow pens, but I'm going to try to aim this towards the front of my eyebrows, because typically that's the area you want the lightest. Just gonna feather that out a little bit. And just kind of do little sweeping upstrokes. So I've laid down some concealer, and I have just set that with a little bit of powder, and I'm going to go in with my Dasique Shadow Palette Chocolate Fudge. I love this for neutrals. It's very pretty palette, and it pretty much has everything you need. I'm going to start off with just a color that is supposed to be like the transition shade, and because this is a fall toasty look, I'm obviously gonna try to have basically browns and some nice golden tones, which is like my favorite type of colors to work with. So I'm gonna go, I think, with maybe just the top portion here. It's a very light milky brown, and I'm just going to take that and pat all over, just to kind of lay down my foundation there. Make both eyes equal. Just pat, pat, pat. These are very smooth shades. I have to say, I really enjoy a lot of Dasique's products. Like, I love their lip glosses. Love their lip tints. There's so much of theirs I love. And this palette is pretty good. It has all your basics. So I'm just going to use that as my transition, and then I'm going to go back in with that medium brown shade, and I'm going to pat that a little bit more just directly on the lid, just to be a little bit more intentional. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit more of a defined brush, and I'm just going to kind of layer on top of that transition and aim that brown, that milk chocolate brown, right onto the lid. And I believe that color, if I'm looking at the legend at the back of the packaging here, is blonde chocolate. So I started off with biscuit, and now I'm using blonde chocolate just directly on my lid there. I love that there is a nice color payoff, but none of it is overpowering. So I feel like this is a very good neutrals palette for beginners. If you really are intimidated by trying on eyeshadows, I feel like this is a great palette if you're going into K-beauty at all. And I feel like it's got a good enough range of colors that most skin tones, I won't say all, but most skin tones could find suitable shades in to use, in my humble opinion. And then you're not overwhelmed by choice by having like 50,000 different shades. And I like that there's little iridescent shimmers in a lot of the shades too. Just, it's a very, very pretty palette. I'm going to now use a little bit more of a flat shader brush, and I'm going to use a darker shade that has a little bit iridescent. This is Crunchy, so this darker shade here, and I'm going to aim that a little bit more towards the outer crease. So I picked up quite a bit of pigment. Just gonna kind of carve out a little bit of a shadow. I'm just kind of tapping along and just kind of aiming right into where that crease naturally would be. Just creating a little bit of dimension. And then I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and start to kind of blend out a little bit, just to take away a little bit of the harsh line there. Just kind of soften everything up. And now I'm taking like the darkest shade of the palette. It is the dark brown that is called Pave Brown. Pave Brown. I don't think it's Pave Brown. Pave Chocolate. And I'm going to put that right in the outer corner, and I'm going to again use this more detailed brush, and I'm going to do a little bit of like a V. So I'm just trying to carve out that outer corner and just kind of wiggle back and forth and create a little bit more depth at that outer corner. So getting a little bit of a smoky eye. So just wiggle, wiggle. And doing a little bit of a winged out V here. Just gonna keep looking back into the mirror. And I think I'm just gonna take my blending brush again and just do a little bit of softening up there. So nothing looks too harsh. So next I have this new shade from Laka as well, and it is supposed to be Cliff. And it's just supposed to be this really gorgeous, like beautiful, like burnt orange. And I think it should go nicely with my top. It has kind of like a bronzy feel to it. At least that's what it looked like on the website. Okay, so that's what it looks like out of the packaging. And just looking at it in person, it has a little bit more of a champagne looking type feel to it. All right, so I think I'm gonna actually use my fingers and dip in and see how it looks. Hopefully it'll give me the bam look I'm looking for. Kind of aim that towards my inner corner. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So it's supposed to be like a really shiny coppery gold wash. Oh, it's so pretty. One thing about me, I love a good sparkle. That is like my absolute favorite part of any makeup look is give me the glitter, give me the sparkle, give me the shine. I will love it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So that's how it's looking. I have a lot of lights on me, so it's probably washing it out, but trust and believe it is very, very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Goes on nice and smooth too. Mind you, from the same palette that I've been working from, the Dasique, they also have some nice shimmers in there as well, but this one is very pretty. So I've put down pretty much the rest of my eyeshadow and makeup, and I put a little bit of eyeliner, just a little bit of brown eyeliner, and I went in with Canmake, which is a Japanese brand, and it's their lasting liquid liner, and this is in their dark brown, just to give me a little bit of a wings. And I'm now gonna go in with this other Japanese brand, Kissme, and their mascara, which I'm really excited about because I've seen nothing but great reviews about it. I actually do like their eyeliner series as well. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes a wee bit. That Laka eyeshadow is so pretty. I love that gold coppery kind of look to it. It does look a little bit less vibrant than like the product photo that I saw online, but it's still very, very pretty. All right, let's see how this Heroine makeup mascara is. And I probably should have went with a brown mascara since I went with like a brown eyeliner, but that's okay. I can tell you right off the bat, it's not clunky. It's not clunky at all. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. Love the wand. I love it. I love the tubing technology in this. So it is not clumpy, clunky, anything like that. It goes on really nicely on the lashes. So my lashes aren't being overloaded. Mind you, I have very short and very stubborn lashes. They don't curl very easily. But this is very beautiful. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh my goodness. I'll say that Heroine Make mascara is really nice. I love this formula. I love the brush of it. I love the curve. Love the tubing technology, and I love it distributes just the right amount of product so your lashes aren't clumping up like crazy, yet it does a really great job of thickening and lengthening. Like, I think this is going to be my new favorite mascara. Knew the reviews were good, but oh my god, I love it so much. Check that out. I really like that. I like when I'm pleasantly surprised by products. So I'm going to finish off the rest of my face, and I am going to use one of my favorite Korean foundations, which is my Clio Kill Cover. This is the original cushion foundation, and this is a number 36, which is Hazelnut Neutral. I think I featured this a few times on my channel. It is a really great formula. Love the color of it, and it just has like a really fresh scent and feel to it. I really do like it quite a bit. And I'm just looking for my brush here, and I like using the Canmake's spatula brush. So there's usually a cushion that is provided. Like, the whole point of cushion foundation is to use like the cushion in it, but I like the product, but I tend to like to control my foundation a little bit more with this Canmake, because it takes out the perfect amount of foundation and you just start painting. And it's a foundation that, you know, has like a nice finish to it that's not overly dewy, but not overly matte. So I'm just going to put nice thin layers on my center of my face and then just kind of fan out. I got Judy doll, which is another K-beauty brand that I really like. And I got their multi-cream. This is supposed to be, I think, both as a blush, can be used as a blush and as a like lip product. I mainly got it because I liked the neutral kind of, I guess you kind of picture it as like a no makeup look. I don't know how the pigment is going to be, but I really thought it was pretty, at least the picture of it. So I got it at number 5, and I think it's supposed to be more like a peachy salmon color. And that's the color itself. So it's supposed to be like a really nice, almost coral-like type blush, cream blush. So I'm gonna lay that in. I'm gonna actually use my fingers, even though it does say to use a blush. I'm just gonna pat onto my cheeks. It's actually pretty. I think the website description said it's supposed to be like an apricot, like a bright apricot color. And I have the perfect matte blush, powder blush, that will pair really nicely from it, from another K-beauty brand that I really like. So I'm just gonna pat, and I think it has actually a pretty nice color payoff in my humble opinion. Let me bring you in just a teensy bit closer. You can see. Yeah, I actually do think it has a really pretty payoff actually. So I'm laying it on there on the apples of my cheeks. So I think it's very pretty. I like the other color, but I figured it would be a little bit too fair for me. I think it was bean paste. I think that was red bean paste was the other color. But number five is pretty. It's pretty. I like it. I like it in any case. I'm just kind of rubbing it my fingers, and I'm gonna pat, layer on a bit more. I'll just continue to center on the apple of my cheek and kind of go up into my temples a little bit. I'm gonna go in now with my favorite powder blush, and this is Rom&nd and Better Than Cheek blusher in number 3, Fig Chip. Fig Chip I think is the closest match to the Judy doll cream blush that I just used. It has that same really natural sun-kissed kind of look. It looks kind of pale in the packaging, but going on it is very pretty. I'm just gonna lay that on top of the blush that I already have. Just kind of pat on there. Very nice. Very pretty. It's a very pretty natural flush, and it layers pretty nicely. So if you want a really soft, subtle look, you can get that. And if you want to layer up and get a little bit more vibrancy, it does that really well. I go in with my D'Alba White Truffle Spray Serum, and I'm just going to bring back a little bit of luminosity. The last product I'm going to use is my Rom&nd Glasting Water Tint. This is in the color Vintage Ocean, and it's a beautiful rose color, and I think it has a little bit of coral in it as well. So I'm kind of hoping that it will tie all the look together to make this a really toasty fall look. Just breaking it out the package here. And Rom&nd pretty much have amazing tints. I think they're some of the best tints on the market as far as K-beauty products are concerned. Okay, then we have a nice doe foot applicator, and I'm just gonna go directly on. So this is my finished look with all of my K-beauty products, my nice toasty look. I actually really love how that Rom&nd tint actually settles. At first I was like, I don't know if that has enough color payoff, but looking at it now, it's nice, beautiful, like burnt umber like shade. And I really love that Laka eyeshadow. That nice gold champagne like shimmer there. So let me know your thoughts. Are any of these products some of your favorite K-beauty brands? If you've tried any K-beauty brands, are you looking to try any K-beauty brands after we saw today? What do you think of the mascara from the Japanese brand Kissme? I'm looking at my lashes and I'm liking them. I'm liking them a lot. They don't feel super heavy. As I said, when I was trying it, I was really surprised because I thought it would be very clumpy, very clunky type formula, and I should have known better that I would have liked it because I like Kissme. I like their brand a lot, and I feel like their products are pretty solid. That mascara is very, very good, and I'm just going to see how it wears throughout the day, and maybe I will do more videos featuring that mascara because I think I'm going to definitely use it more often because it is very nice. But this was fun. Let me know your thoughts. Till the next video.